Emma, who is Ashley's teacher. Um, and Ashley was there when I did the demonstration. Obviously, it was daddy daughter. And so I thought it might be helpful to get her perspective on kind of how the demonstration, how my presentation went and everything. Well, we'll ask the teacher because she was there. So let's make the call. Let's see if we can get her. Come on, Emma. It's funny every time I hear the name Emma, I think of Leap of Faith. Emma Schlarp from Three Towns Over. Da, 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 da. Emma, there we go.
Hello.
Emma, hey, it's It's Ashley's dad. Did you get your stuff done? And is this a good time
Oh
to
yeah,
chat?
it sure is. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing? How are the kids adjusting to all the new COVID stuff and all the changes in your curriculum?
Oh, they're doing all right. They're doing fine.
Good.
They get used to everything.
So anyway, I just thought it kind of might flesh this part out for people to more understand the daddy-daughter day that I found so humorous. But um, I wheeled in, and tell me if any part of this, because sometimes I'm not as accurate as I would like, but if I need to modify anything, tell me. But I think it was a 6 by 8 foot foot cage of squirrels. There were probably 40 squirrels in there, and we had three different species. Am I remembering that right?
Right, right, right. I
And
think we
so,
had a total of 40. We had a total of 45.
okay, 45. Good. I thought somebody counted them. Thank you. The official squirrel counter. And is it safe to say they were very animated along many lines ranging from copulation to male dominance pattern issues? Is that
Oh,
pretty?
I've never seen anything like it. It
It was
must have
like a
been.
barrel of monkeys, wasn't it?
It was.
There
It
was
was.
that
It was
one. There
quite
was that
entertaining.
one bully. You know, that darker one that
Yeah.
wasn't the typical gray squirrel. That was like the badass squirrel.
Right,
You do you
right.
remember him up in the upper? I think it
I
was
do.
the upper.
I certainly
I mean,
do. Yeah.
he just was decimating those people. That must have been
It
like
was.
Iron Mike Tyson of squirrels. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, the children were observing all that behavior, and it's safe to say that none of them had ever seen anything like that. And then I proceeded. I think I already described this earlier, while because I've been rolling, while just waiting for you to get your stuff done. I used one of the squirrel prods and harvested a squirrel, and then came back and actually did the excision of the pelt with the 3D tissue printing. Um, I just think that's the coolest thing ever since we've got that portable version now. And I don't know, I don't think this had gone through the last time we had our uh, teachers meeting. This is just an FYI. It doesn't have any significance, but that portable tissue printer that we used that day in the office, we have given production rights to the government so they can have in-field 3D tissue printing for like immediate healing of certain types of non-lethal wounds. So we were really
Wow.
excited. Yeah, we were excited about that.
Right,
We think
right.
that
That's
we
very
think that can
exciting.
do some good.
Oh,
And
definitely.
so then the 3D printing process went in, and the I just think the match was just perfect. And the picture that he chose of that lightning bolt,
Right.
I forget what his name was. He was the inner city child that we donated the pelting to. The guy that distinguished himself so much in like the social uh, social club things. Like he went and volunteered at the nursing home, and it's just one of those kids that you're like, really? Are you really doing that? So what was his name?
Right.
What was his name? Do you remember? Was it Terry?
I I think it was, yeah,
Terrence. Terrence. It was Terrence.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay. But, it just went flawlessly. And, I described some of the nanites and everything to control the vascular tone to deliver the adrenalized squirrel hormones more accurately so people, can learn to manipulate them. But I guess what I'm calling you for is what were the children's perspective on watching a bunch of violent, sexed up squirrels and then have one of their pelts excised. Basically, you just rip them off. I know that's crude, but I mean, that's what it is. Rip them off and then be implanted right there in front of their eyes. What could they have thought about that?
Well, first they thought that the squirrels were fighting. And when they realized they weren't really fighting,
just another one of the F words.
Right. And they decided that looked like some techniques that they might want to try out themselves. I think the favorite part was the actual pelting, and I was really quite surprised at how polite they were, that they didn't push each other out of the way. To get closer.
And so what was? How did they receive it? I mean, did it terrify them, or was it?
Susie came up to me and said, with those big blue eyes.
Which one was this? Is this that little blonde girl?
The little blonde girl.
Yeah. She was adorable.
She said to me this was the happiest day of her life.
Oh, so they liked it, huh?
They loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Well, I didn't know if our campaign had taken root or not. But evidently it's resonated.
No, the kids were impressed. They were so impressed.
Wow.
And,
okay. I tell you, I'm gonna drive and talk at the same time. Are you cool with that?
Sure.
I guess that marketing thing that we did really, I guess, paid off then.
Right. That sounds like it did. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Good. And it was all uniformly well received.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And it was an excellent presentation. I was very impressed.
Well, it's the technology.
Nice squirrels too.
It's. Oh yeah. No, I thought we brought those just to throw a little excitement in because
right.
we had.
You did do that. You sure did.
Well, I wanted.
Really inspired those kids.
Oh, really?
They're at the age now where they have to make a decision as to what they're going to do when they grow up. They're all kind of leaning toward that way.
Really? So they're
actually
wanting to be professional squirrel hunters.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. I mean, how great is that?
Nice. Well, it's nice to know that the times that what you do and your presentation or whatever actually hits the goal that it was meant to hit, which is to basically show the kids real facts in more of an adult way so they can make an informed decision on their own about their life choices they can use as they see fit. So that's good. So it sounds like it was a home run. Well, anything else? Because I'm taping this for one of the Squirrel Hunter segments because I think passing this resurrected technique from like pre-Aztec days, I think it's worth highlighting pretty heavily in the series because what percentage of people do you think now that you see, because every stratum's different. If you go into the more underground polka scene, you're going to find crazy amounts of really artistically done, multiple pelted, woven pattern, very, very elegant pieces. You go into, well, all the different strata, but with the people you run with, what percentage of people do you think have at least some degree, even if it's one of the really small, like knuckle-sized variety patches? How many people what percentage do you think are pelted?
I would say, for my group, at
30%? 40. Okay.
40%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I would assume, I mean, of course, I don't know. I guess if this is getting a little personal, let me know. But I would assume you run in not a wild and crazy punk rock rip and roar power drink do drugs group. I mean, is that a safe assumption?
Oh yeah, that's a safe assumption.
Yeah. So you guys are. It's a pretty sedate group, right?
Right.
You're not going to be knocking over any banks or liquor stores just for kicks on a slow Friday night.
No, not at all.
So for 30 or 40% of the people to be pelted, yeah, I think it's taken hold in the fabric of American culture. Well, not just American culture, the world culture. Now, our markets overseas are just going nuts. The Japanese cannot get enough of this. I mean, if we could find a way to line their mothers' vaginas with squirrel pelt that would be automatically just like slathered onto the baby as it came out, they would probably start using it. Not to put too fine a point on it.
Absolutely.
Okay, hey Emma, thank you so much. Have a good night, and tell all the guys I said hi. Okay.
I sure will.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Bye bye.